Davidson. Winter, are you there? The call with B. Smith has been connected. Will you send over Kate Peterson?
Not so fast. Where's your part of the deal?
I'll go.
No, I'll go. You both realize how dangerous this could be. You don't know what you'll find when you get over there. Yes, but I can handle myself in an emergency. Anyway, as senior ranking officer, it's my place to go. Well, I've told Mrs. Powell there are to be no foolish heroics. I hope she doesn't do anything foolish.
Righto, you. On the count of 3, start moving towards me. Kate'll move up at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
Don't try anything. Leave everything to me. Good afternoon, Mrs. Davidson, Mrs. Morris.
B. Smith is on the phone. She's not very happy. She was expecting Edwards.
The women didn't think it was a good idea having their leader alone in the enemy camp.
Well, let us go to the visiting suite.
Hello, B.
Well, bloody hell, you took your time, didn't you?
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah, look, all right. What happened to Sandy?
Well,
She's already got one hostage. What more could you want?
Look, I can handle it, B. I'll relate everything you've said back to Sandy. Now, what are your suggestions?
Well, are you alone there?
No, Mrs. Davidson's here.
Yeah, well, get rid of her.
Right, I'll tell her. She says she'll only talk to me if I'm here alone. I'm sorry.
All right.
Right, she's gone.
Yeah, well, it probably doesn't make any difference. They've most likely got the call bugged anyway. Listen, tell me, how much of a hand did Mari Winter have in organising this show?
Nothing at all, as far as I can tell. Sandy was the one who gave the word.
Yeah? All right. But I'll bet my new kiddie that Mari had something to do with it. It's got her stamp all over it. Is Sandy still in control?
Yes, completely. Margot Gaffney is beginning to stir a bit, though.
She would. Tell Sandy to keep an eye on her and Mari. They're both trouble. Oh, and whose stupid idea it was to throw that screw's uniform out the window? It was bloody idiotic. All that sort of thing does is get you bad press, and you need that like you need a double hernia. Now, if your demands are reasonable, you might just get him on side, and that could help to sway the outcome, as long as things start happening soon.
Look, I haven't got too much longer. Look, what else do you want me to tell Sandy?
Tell her to draw up a list of demands that are reasonable. Add in a few little ones that don't really matter, unimportant ones. Oh, and under no circumstances is that screw to be harmed in any way. And that means keeping the man-hungry ones away from him as well. If anything happens to him, you can kiss any of your chances goodbye.
I've locked him in one of the cells. He's perfectly safe. Listen, my time's up. I'm going to have to hang up. Don't worry, I'll pass on everything you've said.
Yeah, well, tell Sandy to quit playing silly buggers and pull her finger out. Time is running out and you're getting nowhere. You have got to start negotiations.
Right, I'll tell her, don't worry. And look, don't worry about us. Just look after yourself and try and get some rest, will you? Bye.
Get some rest, she says. Fat chance.
Davidson's taken a bit of a risk sending you over, pal. I would have thought they would have sent someone who wasn't quite so hated.
You don't scare me, Gaffney. I volunteered. Besides, if anything does happen to me, you lose Kate Peterson.
Why should I give a stuff about her? I hardly even know her.
Shut up, Margot, and leave her alone.
Where are all the others? Smashing up the place, are they?
Some are in the kitchen trying to rustle up some food. Some are in the rec room and some are having a sleep. Everything's under control. You see, we're really quite civilised.
Civilised. Well, I hope you don't include that one in that statement.
You bitch! You'll wreck the whole deal!
Just give me a couple of minutes alone with her. I won't leave a mark.
Why don't you go along to the kitchen and see what's happening there?
This siege isn't going to last forever, Gaffney. We'll soon be back in charge. I'll make your life hell.
If you're still around.
Kitchen! Try not to stir her up too much, Mrs. Powell. You see, I won't be around all the time.
What did you say before?
Well, if we're going to do it, it'll have to be tonight. Otherwise, we'll give them another full day, and that'll give them too much time to organise their defences properly.
And what about the risk to Steve and Janet? Well, they're still in there. If you storm the place, they could be used as shields, hostages. They could get killed. I've seen it happen before.
Now, come on, Meg. We're just as concerned about their safety as you are. We've already taken that into consideration if you just listen to the plan.
Go ahead, Mr. Fletcher.
Right, well, when it gets dark enough, I'll slip into the prison through the trapdoor on the roof. Now, it's locked from the outside, so that shouldn't present any problem. Now, when I get hold of Steve and Janet, I'll signal Chief Inspector Thorne and he'll start the attack. In the confusion, we'll get out the same way as I got in.
Well, how can you signal if you're inside the prison?
We'll both be carrying walkie-talkies, so we'll be in constant contact.
And how are you going to get onto the roof?
Well, I'll shoot a grappling hook up from here and climb up the wall.
You're going to be seen.
We'll be installing floodlights at these points here and here. Now, as soon as Jim makes his move, I'll cut off the power inside and out. That'll give him sufficient protection.
What sort of an attack will the assault on the prison take?
Well, I'll be leading the attack from here. We'll fire in tear gas grenades and then we'll storm the place.
Firearms?
We'll be carrying them, yes. But we'll only use them as a last resort.
I've heard that before. What if the women overcome one of your men and gets hold of his gun?
With my men, that won't happen.
I still don't like it. I think we could get the same result with a negotiation.
Well, a couple of hours of daylight left. We'll try it your way until it's good and dark. But after that, I'm afraid, we'll have to obey the minister's orders.